to the story of an enterprising Kenyan who is keeping the Kenyan flag flying high on the outskirts of the Chinese capital, Beijing. Velma Aleso Omuyoma runs a busy Kenyan-themed restaurant at Sanlitun area, serving African delicacies to the world. Now, Velma left the country 10 years ago as a domestic worker to the then Kenyan ambassador to China, Kenyan-themed, but lost her job in November 2019. She decided to venture into cooking and now owns a restaurant with a vision to expand to other parts of China to keep the taste of Kenya alive in a foreign land. Well, Francis Mtalaki caught up with Velma and brings us her story.
It's early Saturday morning. We set off for a journey to meet Velma Aleso. We find her at a restaurant preparing different Kenyan and African delicacies such as chicken and Kenyan staple ugali. Velma Aleso Omuyoma arrived in Beijing 10 years ago as a house help to the family of Kenyan-themed after his posting as the Kenyan ambassador to China.
Nilipoitwa kwanza nilipoambiwa Madam Virginia vile aliniambia Velma tunaenda na we China, nilisema hapana kwa sababu nilikuwa naona kwa TV vile wasichana wanahangaika ng'ambo. Nasema hapana, mimi sitaenda, mimi tumemalizana na nyinyi endeni tu.
After some time, she fell in love with Beijing and her zeal made her secure a job at the embassy as a housekeeper and later as a chef because of her love for cooking.
And I was a local staff in the embassy, Kenyan embassy in China. I worked for them as a housekeeper, yes, and I was proud of that. Later on, I worked as a chef in that embassy. I cooked for so many people, yeah. I remember even Uhuru Kenyatta Kenya, our president Uhuru Kenyatta Kenya, yes, tested my food.
Having worked at the embassy for 6 years, Velma says she lost her job in November 2019 with no notice in a foreign land. She says this was one of her lowest moments, but the trained chef didn't lose hope. After some months, she decided to embark on her love for cooking and selling food to her friends to survive.
Kukuwa na mabasha hapa, watu wana trust kazi yangu, wananiita kuja ulete chakula huku, napika, naenda, then kama kuandika mpaka mtu si kuandika ni kusaidiana, kupartner na watu mwenye anaweza at least kuchezesha ngoma za Kikenya, kutengeneza chakula ya Kikenya na kufanya utamaduni wa Kikenya, hata talent show wanafanya hapa na tunapeleka chakula watu wa countries zingine wanaenjoy chakula yetu. So from there ndio tena nikapata njia kufungua ka restaurant.
Her dream of opening a Kenyan restaurant in Beijing became a reality after she started receiving orders to provide catering services for many African countries. At this gathering, for example, the Embassy of Gabon, while celebrating their Independence Day, had an opportunity to sample Kenyan and African delicacies.
Because I want me to be their mother, to provide that food maybe that wanaweza kuwa wana miss, kama mkimo, samosa, chapati, pilau, and other food. Samaki choma. Watu wanapenda samaki sana. So, sitaki wa Kenya, especially students, wakikuja hapo anamisi nyumbani, mtoto anasikia amepotea, sasa anasikia tu anamiss home kwa sababu ya chakula ama mapenzi ya wazazi. So mimi nakuwa tu acha nipike, nitupatie tutoto. Mimi napenda watoto sana.
She says growth has been steady from delivering food to using online platforms in China to deliver food around the Chinese capital. She is the proud owner of this restaurant, Velma African Kitchen. Many Kenyans, Africans, and even Chinese who love Kenyan food flock to the restaurant.
It really feels good to have the taste of the food back home because really it's not really available. So it's a good experience. Moreover, it's also an opportunity to come and engage with other Kenyans, catch up and meet also new friends. So it's a good experience. Yes.
Well, my best favorite food that she cooks is the little thing that have meat inside of it. Samosa, yeah. So they're so addictive, so addictive. I eat one, it's like I want to keep on eating it. Yeah.
I thoroughly enjoyed the lamb. It was cooked to perfection. I could have eaten more. I enjoyed all the food on my plate. For the fufu, I still am learning to appreciate it.
Foods like ugali, tilapia fish, chicken, nyama choma, chapati and mokimo are all here.
We've loved every bit of it, from food to drinks, to the socialization. It's been amazing. It's just fun having meet so many Africans and all continents here.
Tuunganisha sisi kama Wakenya. Tunapata chakula ambacho ni kitamu kweli kweli. Na pia inatuunganisha sisi kama Wakenya. Tunaweza kujumuika na watu wa mataifa mengine, ambapo pia tunapata ya kwamba si kujumuika tu kufurahia. Pia tunakutana ili kushiriki katika mambo ya networking na connectivity.
It is where many Kenyans meet and interact at home, outside home. It is an opportunity, she says, she never thought would have changed her life.
Hii chakula inafanya watoto wangu wanasoma kwa international school. Kuna watoto wawili, msichana na mvulana, Christopher Angaluki and Christine Kalusa, wako Mbale Shalom Academy. And then ndugu zangu wamesoma university kupitia kwa upishi. And then mamangu, babangu, familia yangu yote nyumbani wako sawa. Niko na watoto wengi sana kwa shule na ninasaidia wale watoto wenye hawana wazazi nyumbani.
She also sends food to neighboring cities such as Hangzhou. She plans to open other branches to serve Kenyans and other lovers of African delicacies in the near future. For more than 2 years, this has been Velma's source of livelihood here at Beijing, and she hopes to expand in the next few years to major cities in China. Francis Mtalaki, Citizen TV, Beijing, China.